Welcome back to High Tech and Entertainment channel. In my previous videos already you guys learned the extensions of SAP UI5 application by using the CAPM services and some annotation. In today's video I will explain you how to configure the multiple views by using a single table mode and multiple table mode. Before going to start my session, just I want to say special thanks to all my viewers and subscribers because when I see your valuable comments, definitely I got so much boost to show some more interesting videos. So thanks you for that. Without late, we will start the session. So first, multiple views by using a single table mode. So why we will use this? Because for example, some complex scenarios you may need to provide multiple views of a table displaying the one business object. For example, each view can you display different pre-filter status. For example, here you can see we have different pre-filter status, right? One is accepted, one is open, and someone will be like a cancel. So in that scenarios, what we will do, we'll use a segment button is used to switch between the views. So if more than three views are present, the selection control is showed interested. So to enable that, what we will do is we'll use some property of show count setting in our manifest.jsn files, and also we will configure the multiple views. How to do means it's a very simple step in our CAPM application. Without wasting your time, let's jump into a BAS system. So previously already we configured some travel application, right? Here the travel customer travel status. So for this travel status, I will segregate a table in three sections. One is accepted, open and cancel. How to do that means, so let's jump back to here. I'm going to use a selection variant annotation for these three tracking things. For that, what it will do is we need to add this annotation for your variant selection path by using a page map. So it will add that annotations to our manifest.jsn. So finally, the three views with single table, we can see that. For that, what to do is first we need to open a layout CDS file. As I showed you last time, as I showed you last time, we added the all layout additions in this file itself, right? To search it directly, we can press Control P. If you press Control P, here we can search that file name directly. See layout.cds. Yeah. Here what we need to do is we need to add a UI selection variant annotation with the qualifiers of the cancel to the traveler target entity. If you see already we have traveler target entity. Here I will add one more annotation and travel service dot travel with UI. I will open this variant. Then here I will maintain the selection variant. Yeah, once you select this selection variant, here we need to maintain for what we need selection variant. Three statuses is there, right? Cancelled, open, accepted. So that things I am maintaining here. This is the one name. Yeah. Then type here and we need to maintain ID and text. text. Then parameters, filter expressions. Nothing is there. Then in what condition? I mean selection options. Here we need to maintain that binding code property. Dollar property name. Yes. For everything, if you give space, it will show you the parameters. Based on that, you can add it your things. Now this is the field name back. Next range. In which range it will be there? Ranges. If dollar type selection. Yes. So here we need to maintain the condition equal to what conditions need to satisfy. Here we need to maintain that equal to low. That's how we need to maintain. Same way we need to maintain for open status and also accepted status. So if you see now, I maintain for cancel, same for open and acceptance. Once this is done, now what to do is let's close this layout CDS file. Then we need to add the annotation for your quick variant selection path. For that, web app, right click, show page maps. Here we will add the annotations. Once you add that annotations for the same thing, we will add it here. So here if you see for the list report, edit, here we have an options to add the annotation things. Let's add it that edit within the table. Yeah, here once you select the table, here it will show you the all options. Here we need to add that annotation part. Here, once you select the table, here we have an option to add the variantation, variant, sorry, annotation. So we need to click on new, then we need to add the annotation file. Here you can see quicker variant selection path, click on add, then we need to add our annotation paths. Same way, remaining to open. You can see cancel, open, accepted. So the annotation files we added here. Now let's run the app. So now let's run the app. See, these are the three annotations files we added. That things we can check it in our manifest.jsn. Now let's run the app. Review the application. So select Watch Travel Processor app. Now it will run. Click on enter. Now it will choose the other path. Yes. Now you can see we are using same table, but three different format, just like it's a segment button. If you see, that's how we can filter things. Now this is the same table, but here it's added that selection variant. Based on the selection variant, your table will display. That's how it is. Now I will show you multiple views. So till now what we did is, within the single view, we added the annotation file to analyze things very easily, right? Now we'll create a multiple table views by using multiple table mode. For that, we need to create three different table views of the table by using an UI selection presentation variant annotation for the each table view. And also we will define the columns and actions for the each table view. For that, what to do is just right click again, web app, and go to the show page map. Once we are here extend the list. If you see here, we have table and the views. So what we have to do is, we will add the views for the table. Add the view, and here we need to select the some table name, whatever you want to select it. Select the table status, add. For this table status only we are maintaining three separately, right? So same thing. Again, click on table view. For open, cancel, and create. Yes. Now what we will do is, we'll select the table view. Here we need to just select it. Here we need to maintain the field. Accepted. Name I want to maintain. Here we need to configure that. Not here. Annotation. Scroll down to add the annotation file. Yes, here. Add an item. Already we maintain these files, right? So that things we added here. Just add it. Once you click on add, what it will do is, for that whatever field names will come, it will add it direct. Same way, do it for another one. Here, open, add. For cancel also same thing. If you want to maintain I-18, select it for subtitle. For this I forgot, select it. Now it will add the I-18 part also. Then add the annotation file. Cancel. Done. Now if you run the application, you can see that it comes as a tab like this. If you see here, now previously within the table itself we have segment button and we see the data. Now if you see here, we have Within the table, we have 4 views, right? That 4 view names we can see here. The first one is the complete data, and its second one, this is one separate table, this is separate table, and this is separate table. Now, in this variant, we need to add the selection part. For that, what to do is we need to already we added this table view part, this presentation, right? Here we added the annotation file, right? Within that, we need to add of our line items. For that, just go to the files and maintain that line items of the code. So now what to do is here we need to open the selection presentation. For this, first go for the open. For the open, select the source code. If you see here already the selection presentation layer is added. Just here we need to add the selection options here. So previously how we added, right? Same way we need to add the selection options. That's it. So if you see here, let's do this properly. So same way we need to add the selection options, how we added for the UI selected variant. Now for the presentation, selection presentation variant, we need to add same way for the cancelled, closed, and also accepted. Once it is done, if you run the application, you can see instead of segment buttons, here it will come as a tab section. So if you see the tab section, we can, this is one view, this is one view, and this is one view. That changes you can see in our manifest.jsn. If you go to our manifest.jsn, the paths are loaded. On top of that, if you see, or 3 views is also loaded. So that is the difference. That's how we need to maintain the single table for the segment buttons and multiple views with the multiple tones. So I think now you guys understood, right? How to use the multiple views in a multiple mode, table mode, and multiple views in a single table mode. Next video, I will show you how to do a create and use a single tone entity of your applications, and also how to use dynamic field controls and validating the user inputs. On top of that, I will explain you the extension points of our flexible programming model and controller extensions. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys.